WildArts Games Caput Mortum, apparently a variation of Latin for deadhead, feels as indebted to 2010's Amnesia: The Dark Descent as it does to its stated inspiration, 1994's King's Field. It's a stylish, indie, first-person dungeon delve that takes you into the ruined depths of a tower in 16th century France, once dedicated to alchemy most foul. It combines diverse puzzle and monster encounters with retro-inspired aesthetics and a retro control scheme for those who want it, to craft a well-paced descent into madness. Caput Mortum keeps direct storytelling to a minimum, with scattered notes and environmental details revealing the nature of the alchemist's work, their barbarous attempts at creating life, and the tragic repercussions. Aside from the protagonist's willingness to push ever deeper into the tower, they remain a mystery, a simple witness to events until the final moments, albeit with an alternate ending on offer for those willing to play through it a second time and piece together a secret code. A minimalist approach works for a game that is maybe 3 to 4 hours long for a first playthrough. Discovering the fate of the alchemists, their creations, and the nature of the voice calling out to the protagonist kept me pushing forward and exploring every corner of the tower for notes and hints of past events. It helps that despite the late 90s style, early 3D environments, each level of the tower feels visually distinct and atmospheric, packed with incidental details, new threats, and tension-inducing audio. The ambient audio keeps you on edge, audio cues let you know when you're close to being spotted, and the soundtrack features simple but unsettling loops that had me thinking of Monolith Sphere. Gameplay is all about deliberate movement and manipulating a single hand that interacts with the world, carries around puzzle items or keys, and wields a small selection of weapons that double up as tools. The basic controls and gameplay systems are easy to grasp, while clear guidance, either in the form of actual notes or visual cues, meant I really felt lost while solving puzzles, defeating basic enemies, and avoiding those I could not. If you're after an authentically frustrating retro experience, the default controls offer a keyboard-only setup or gamepad layout that forces you to adjust your viewpoint by using keys or bumpers and triggers. These archaic controls ramp up the tension, as simply aligning your view to track an enemy or strike at a weak point is artificially difficult. It felt like a novel throwback for the opening levels of the tower, but I would recommend just picking the modern gamepad or keyboard and mouse setup, as the combat, which is never more complex than baiting an attack animation before striking back, is the least interesting gameplay mechanic. Instead, exploration and puzzling, sometimes while avoiding unique threats, are the highlights of Caput Mortum. Every level below the tower presents you with a new puzzle blocking your path, often requiring multiple steps and slowly increasing in complexity the deeper you go. Small levels with a simple 2-part key hunt give way to clue hunts, pattern-based puzzles, and alchemical formulas needed to create compounds and explosives. An early encounter with a curious homunculus has you using the hand controls to match gestures to avoid attacks, while a later encounter has you navigating dark drainage tunnels by flaming torch, pursued by a charred and deranged stalker. Caput Mortum's brisk pacing also benefits the gameplay loop. Each level introduces a new puzzle variant or threat, and no stalker-style sequence lasts long enough to frustrate you. There are some anachronistic elements that don't hold up, like having to swap between a free hand and a weapon, or any time extensive hand gestures are required to reveal clues and solve puzzles. But as puzzle and encounter designs are rarely repeated, these issues never stuck in my mind. It is also worth noting that while the game warns you that it only saves once you enter a new level of the tower, there were autosaves after solving major puzzles and before entering dangerous areas. Wrapping up, Caput Mortum is both exactly what it markets itself as, and it serves as an example of what indie games excel at, providing a compact but no less satisfying experience that provide the same thrills as their AA or AAA peers, just without the bloated playtimes that have come to blight that sector of the industry. I played through and enjoyed it over 2 sessions. I've started a second run to unlock the alternate ending, and when I'm done, I'll have that increasingly rare sensation of finality that so much of the video game industry seems desperate to avoid giving me. If you've got this far, please consider giving the video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel, as it helps us grow.